Hey Raindrops, now before we get into this video, I want to talk to you about joining my community. Yes, my YouTube community of subscribers. So make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. It helps build the channel and build our community. I love it when you guys comment and post. So remember, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel.
Help me!
Listen, I be trying to help the hoes. You know how I try to do. I try to help everybody. I'm a good person. I'm a Christian. I try to help everybody in their relationships. I'm a relationship expert. Carlos, we asked the people who they wanted to talk to out of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, we could talk to, this probably never gonna happen, Martell and Melody. We can have Martell
Together?
and Coleslaw. Who you want to talk to?
I don't know who you're talking about. That's not her name.
Whatever. We can have Nell and her husband. What's his name? Chris.
It's Chris.
We could do. I like Marceau and Latricia. Okay.
We can have whoever you want to, because in this 3-week hiatus, while the show isn't on due to the Olympics, we can invite whoever you want to. The fans have spoken loud and clear.
Listen, I would have Sonny and
Moses.
But I think Sonny will be kind of tricky.
You think so?
I think she tried to come for me, and then it would go all to the left and stuff like that. So we need to leave her where she at, because I don't think that Sonny ready for me. I don't think she's ready.
Sonny is no wallflower, honey. So I think Sonny is ready for you. By the way,
I'm saying that she probably gonna come for me. Then I have to annihilate her, and then it wouldn't be good for your show and all of that. Then they have to pull me into Love and Marriage Huntsville to try to fix it. And my contract is kind of tight, and I can't really do it. So who you want to do? What y'all talking about now?
So look, first of all, let's give a happy anniversary to Chris and Nell Fletcher. They are celebrating today, Heavenly, their 30th wedding anniversary.
30, yes. They ready for reality TV. After 30 years, you don't give a damn no more.
Yes.
Now, what advice have a problem are the new couples. The people that have problems on reality TV are the new couples.
So that brings us who we're talking to today. Let's just see if there's anything going on. So ladies, gentlemen, and they, please give it up for our guest of the evening, the beautiful, the woman who is the talk of the Huntsville streets and the talk of Heavenly. Give it up for Tricia.
Ken and Tricia. Where Ken? Hey, Ken and Tricia.
I know he's not here right now, but yes, I know. I'm sorry.
Carlos, this some bullshit. I told you, Carlos, I said a couple. Where's her man at? I want to talk to Ken, because I like to talk to the men.
Well, maybe we'll be able to get Ken eventually. But first, we got to, Heavenly, we have to give a warm welcome to the newest cast member of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is Tricia. This is the first time she and I are meeting.
Okay, so what you trying to say? Take it easy on her? Is that what you're trying to say?
Wow, Tricia is a tough girl. I just wanted to say that Tricia.
Do not take it easy.
Don't tell me that.
Don't because I've been listening to your ass now. Don't take it easy. I'll be listening to your ass.
All right, let's get it then. Let's get it. Carlos, let's start it easy like we do in the reunion, and then we make it a little bit rougher and see how she do.
Okay,
and don't you cut shit, Carlos. Don't you cut shit out of here. Don't cut nothing.
I'm not doing it. First of all, Heavenly, leave me alone. But I wanted to give a warm welcome to Tricia, because although I obviously cast Tricia, I saw the casting tape, and I just want you to know this, Tricia, before we start. Thank you so much to you and Ken for agreeing to do this show. You are so good for this show. And as we were looking for a new couple, we definitely found two people who are just bringing so much to this series. So I, as a creator and executive producer of the show, wanted you to hear from me, for the world to hear from me. I thank you for saying yes.
I thank you too, because you know what?
Thank
A lot of times people don't want to put their life on the line. A lot of people come in reality TV and they don't
for
want to tell
sure.
their honest to God truth. And I want to thank you, Tricia, because you have done that. So you are amazing. I'm gonna tell you, you're beautiful. You're smart. Now, some of the decisions you made on the show, it brings me pause. But we're gonna talk our way through it because maybe I don't
Okay.
understand. So I'm gonna give you a chance to explain it to me. But I think you're beautiful, and I thank you for coming here. Cause you know we like to play, and all it is in fun. Understand that, Tricia. But we really want the real answers, and we thank you for coming. Now, Carlos, I'm gonna start real easy, okay?
Go ahead, Heavenly.
Tricia, I love you. You are so beautiful. What's your workout regimen?
I used to work out I go in the mornings for a good 4 hours, to start me off
4 hours?
my work day. 4.
You work out for
And
4
then I go
hours?
around lunchtime. Yes, for a good 4 hours. Yes. And then I go at lunchtime because, coworkers be pissing me off. So then I got to go and, just let off steam. And then I go after work to get through the day.
So would you say you're
So,
addicted to working out? Like, did it become like a hobby and something you just really like doing? When did you start working out and why?
well, I started working out because my dad passed away from congestive heart failure, and my mom went into a diabetic coma, and then she passed away. Well, they passed away a good 7 months apart. They were married for almost 40 years, but they didn't take health quite serious. And they both passed at 55. So when I first jumped into this, it was like, I want to be alive at 55. That was my motto. I want to be alive at 55. So it's just, and I think the pandemic really helped me a lot because I didn't have to go into that 9 to 5. So it was just like, yes, I can just go and just clear my mind from everything. And then boom, right in the middle of the pandemic, my sister passed. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, my sister passed from congestive heart failure. So actually passed in my arms. So it was just, it was just one of those like, yeah, I can't. I got to do something different. So yeah.
So you work out. I'm assuming that your diet is a strict diet as well, correct? What do you eat? What's your diet regimen? If you work out 4 hours, 5 hours a day, what are you eating?
Um, my diet has always been strict, so that portion of it really didn't have to tweak or change much because I'm a picky eater. I don't eat much of any. I don't like fast food. I usually eat vegetables. I love vegetables, fruit. It's just, yeah, my diet really didn't change too much because I've always been a picky eater. Always.
Wow. So how long have you been working out 5 days? I mean, 5 hours a day. And do you do it every day, or is it 5 days a week, 7 days, 6 days? You take a day off?
I should take a day off. This is probably bad for me to say. I do not. I don't know. I guess when I try, I get into those little moods where it's like, if I'm not doing something or exhausting my muscles, it just plays on with me mentally. So I do try to be in there every day. If it's not, even if I don't do 3 times a day, I'm in there at least once a day, every day, or twice a day. Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
I
like
know
me.
okay.
No,
I
I
know
was
you
gonna say
think
that's
my
like me. I work out 6 days a week, and obviously it shows, as you can see. Like Tricia, what do you think about my
It's
body? Is
showing.
it?
Yes, it's showing. I be seeing you. I said it's showing. It's showing.
Thank you so much. So Tricia, what made you say yes to being on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Because you live in Huntsville. The show has been on for a
Mhm.
good 6 years. What made you want to say yes? Because in Huntsville, this show is the talk of the town. And obviously, you knew stepping into it, people like me and Heavenly were going to be all up in your business.
I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't easy to say yes because because I don't talk much. I don't talk much. I don't go out much. But I don't know. I'm a private person, so it was definitely hard. It was hard for all the cameras being in your face. I'm like, oh Lord, this is a lot. This is a lot. It was nerve-wracking. I think my armpits sweated like every time the cameras came up. It was hard. But Ken was like, no, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Maybe this will be an outlet for you. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try. But yeah, because I just don't talk much. I stay to myself. I'm like my little bubble. I've always been in my little bubble.
So how we gonna do this is one question for Martell. I mean, one question for Martell must be on my mind. One
Isn't
question
he
for
always,
Carlos.
I believe?
It's not, honestly, it's not. One question for Carlos. My question is, why didn't you allow Ken to come talk to us?
Me?
Ken,
No. I'm talking to Trish. All my questions for Trish.
He could have. His schedule didn't got all out of whack and didn't, and it's just yeah.
Because we prepared for this for a week. We actually asked you for your schedule. We asked for both of you guys, and all of it. And conveniently, he's not here. You know what I mean? So, why didn't you want him to be here today?
I think all of this, it's all of the stuff. The social media, the comments, everything, and for one, he thinks you're pretty hard, Dr. Heavenly. We listen to you. Ma'am, we be listening to your ass.
Wait, did he back out?
Thank you for being honest.
I know. Wait. First of all, I want to say, you have my complete condolences about the loss of your parents and your sister. I want to start by saying that. When it comes to Ken, did Ken back out because of Dr. Heavenly?
She just said it.
Not so,
but you
can tell it's in the air. We listen to her. We listen every Monday, just about, So
wait a minute. So you listen. So tell me this, because a lot of times I say things and I probably don't realize. Was there something that I said that may have been offensive to him?
Now, Dr. Heavenly, what you don't say don't be offensive to people.
No.
Don't be offensive.
That's interesting, because I feel like I haven't said anything that wasn't that obvious on TV. Like, what?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
But, it's like, I think it's like, because we love you. I'm telling you, we'll be ready to tune in. Because I'm like, yes, I love that. They're like, oh, yeah, Dr. Heavenly gonna eat your ass. I'm like, baby, let's go. Let's do it, because I love the way you talk.
But you know, the interesting thing is I haven't said anything bad about Ken. I always say good things about Ken.
That's true. I guess he didn't know how this interview was going to quite go. And recently, social media has not been friendly.
To him or you?
Really, to him or to you?
On either side. On either side. So,
how do you feel?
It's been rough.
How do you feel when people call you lockjaw? They said that you speak through your teeth. They're like, the only time she opens up her mouth wide is when she's talking to Martell. How did you feel when people said that about you?
Yes, that was some bullshit. But I would say, in the beginning, I was nervous as hell. I'm like, Lord, this is a lot. So I didn't quite speak up, and I didn't really know how to, because this is like the first time I've ever done anything remotely to being filmed. Anything.
So sweet.
Like,
Martell, she's so sweet. Oh my gosh. You're so sweet. I see why Ken likes you. You could tell you just nervous as hell, but you pushed through. You pushed through.
It was hard. Now, don't get me wrong. It was hard. I did, but it was definitely hard. I think I had to have a pep talk like every time we done it. But yeah, I was just nervous to speak. I was just nervous. I don't know.
And she still is, Martell. You she'll go for a question, and I'm gonna come after you, Martell.
Why would you calling me Martell?
I don't know, because I want to ask her about Martell, and it's coming to my mind, but I'm trying to wait a minute before I go there.
You don't have to, because Martell's I don't look nothing like Martell. Okay, so Martell is heavy on your mind. So how about you go there and ask her all the questions you want to, Dr. Heavenly? Go ahead.
Well, I'll start with this. I'll be politically correct. Is there anything on the show that was revealed or said that you wish was not said? Or, yeah.
No, there isn't. Even with the Martell situation, because Martell and I spoke after the gym scene. I said, Martell, you made this shit so weird. Like, I don't have a problem with knowing that, telling people that I went to your house or whatever. He was just, oh, well, I didn't know you want to be, socialized with me. I don't have the greatest name out there right now. And I was like, dude, I ain't got shit to do with me, because there was nothing serious, nothing intimate, nothing between us. So it was like, I really didn't care. But then I was like, oh, whatever, because it's like,
so you went over there
confusing.
for what? What did you go over there for?
Okay, so I went over there to train him. What's so crazy about this is, how do I say it without saying what's coming up? Let me see how to put this.
I can help you with that.
There was a middle person in there that alerted him to me. But from my understanding, with the interviews he's done, he used training as a gateway. But to be honest with you, despite what they say about Martell, he did not try to do anything with me. He did not try to hit on me. Of course, I'm an asshole. That's why I love Dr. Heavenly. You're not an asshole, but I love her energy. So I think when I'm in gym mode, I'm in hood mode. I'm in like ghetto mode. It ain't gonna be no, oh my gosh, lift this weight. There's no pretty with me when it comes to the gym. When it comes to training, you're gonna get the military side of me. So, but I did come off as an asshole. He did tell me that. So there was nothing serious about it. So I didn't see why it was like a serious weirdness to it, to be honest.
Question. So you say you went to his house to train him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm missing something. And I'm going to just say this. I'm missing something because my mind is watching the show. And I know a lot of things happen on the show and maybe I didn't see it. But on the show, you said that you came to his house, but y'all never made it to the gym. Are you saying that y'all never made it downstairs to the gym? Because it seemed to me like if the world's going to think that maybe it's a fib there, that you're saying that you went to his house to train him, but then y'all never made it to the gym outside the house. That.
No. So we talked. We was talking about gym. We talked about the family because, of course, he still had Melanie on his mind. He was talking about how he regret, toys and stuff in the floor. How he regret all that things that happened. Then I told him I was recently separated myself. But then when he told me what had happened, the reason why they separated, that's when the asshole part came out of me, because I was also dealing with separation and was going through. I'm not going to say I had hatred for men at that time, but I had that, y'all be doing some crazy, stupid shit in the back of my mind. So it's like, and then he said, what did he say? He was like, I thought we was coming to talk about training. I invite you over here to be my therapist. So, I was like, well, whatever. I mean, you have a gym here, or we can go to the gym. Now it's called the Huntsville gym, I want to say. But it kind of threw me off because, like, you miss your family, but you didn't try to keep them. So it was just frustrating. But no, nothing happened. We didn't make the gym. We talked. I think he was just already in his feelings about life.
When you were training Martell that one time, was Ken? Were you single?
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh! Okay. I had just separated. Ken wasn't even in the air. He wasn't even a thought in my mind. Yeah. Okay. No, I met him. I met Ken about 2 years later.
Okay. When you first met Martell, were you attracted to Martell?
Oh, I wasn't attracted to anybody. I was just trying to live life, work, and because that's when my sister passed. So I was still just doing my job, personal training, not letting clients down, doing my 9 to 5. I wasn't attracted to Martell. I think I was a ghost at that moment, at that point in my life, just still trying to maintain work-life balance and the demons playing in my head. So it was.
So why do you feel like he acted as if he didn't know you, and then you didn't spill all the beans from the very beginning?
That's why I looked and was like, huh? Okay, am I missing something? I mean, because like I said, this was my first time doing all this. So I was like, am I supposed to react a certain way? Am I supposed to be like, dude, the fuck? It's like, that's just weird. You just caught me off guard on some weird shit. And then when we talked, it was just like, oh, I think you want to be a social. I'm like, dude, I can give it to the folks because, I mean, like, really, we're adults here. Like, am I missing something? Am I not supposed to know you? But yeah, that just threw me off. That was just so weird.
I think it threw everybody off because of the way y'all responded. Yeah. And then the first thing in my mind, and I'm just a public looking, I don't know anything. I know Carlos, but I don't know anything. So I was thinking, like, was he still with Melody when y'all met? You know what I'm saying? Were you attracted to him? And then it was said, and it was cut up, and it would seem like that they were saying that y'all never made it to the gym. And I'm thinking, like, well, what the hell happened that y'all couldn't have made it to the gym?
Yeah, that's true. No, there was nothing serious between us. Nothing, none whatsoever.
The thing is this, so
but he did say, in some interview, he was attracted to me. He just didn't come off to me that way. He never tried anything or anything with me.
So this is the thing. Martell was given your information through a male cast member on our show. Right?
That's correct.
Okay. So this male cast member on our show referred you to Martell. When that happened, did you think it was anything salacious that was being set up? Or did you think it was strictly because he wanted you to work Martell's body in the workout sense?
So we can't say who referred him? Is that what we trying
not to do? No, I do not. Hell no, I do not think he wanted me to work Martell's ass out. It was, to me, it was, I want to say messy a little bit, but because of this person and their relationship with the Holtz, it was that shit was weird too. So I'm like, why are y'all discussing me? Because I don't talk to neither one of y'all asses. This is just weird. So how did my name come about?
Who it is?
So the thing is, Heavenly, it's coming up on this it's coming up. So I don't want to.
But it's coming up. But I could guess who it was.
Well, guess.
I ain't gonna guess. It was. If it was messy, it was definitely Marceau. Anyway, moving on. Y'all acting like y'all saw a damn deer with headlights. Anyway, but I really do think I'm telling the truth. If it was messy, because his brother, what's his brother name? Maurice. Maurice don't seem like the type to me that would have done that. Chris ain't thinking about y'all. Moses got his own shit going on. It was Marceau.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you. It wasn't Marceau.
Okay, well, ain't nobody else that messy.
Oh, I wouldn't have said that.
Well, you know what? It's coming out on the show, Dr. Heavenly, that Martell was referred. Tricia was referred to Martell by a male cast member, and we are figuring out the reason behind it. And we actually, Heavenly, so the audience can know, that's why they have to keep watching this season. It does come out and it does get confronted. And this confrontation happened 2 days ago.
Got it. Understood. And it went well for y'all. I got it. Okay. I'm going to move on. Okay. I got it. It's my question time.
Go ahead.
It's my turn. Okay.
Well,
okay. So you knocked out a lot of my questions because my first question was Martell married at the time? You said he was separated. You both were separated. And I asked you already, is there anything on the show that was revealed that you wouldn't want it to be revealed? And you said, no, it was fine. Everything was fine, right?
No, none whatsoever.
Nothing on the show was revealed that you didn't want to be revealed. Okay, good.
No.
So, being on reality TV, I'm gonna just go into relationship mode. Being on reality TV, is there anything that you changed in your relationship based on the court of public opinion?
Yes. I think I'm more softer with Ken. Because
How so?
see, here's the thing. I was in the craziest 14-year marriage. It was just, it was never communication. When we did communicate, it was like a battle. It was a battle every time. So I got used to that. And when Ken came along, I tell Ken all the time, I probably mentioned it a couple of times. I don't know how he came along because for one, my brain was in outer space and I didn't talk. I didn't socialize with anybody. I was just to my little self. Because I just didn't want to deal with anybody's emotions and anybody to deal with my strange emotions because it wasn't quite right then at that moment. But I think I was expecting the worst from Ken because I had dealt with it for so long. I was always expecting that blow up, that moment to happen. So I think I just kind of put a block in between us. I didn't let it go far. And then I guess it's just the whole being married and that whole situation was a disaster. The divorce was a disaster. Everything was a disaster.
So have you expedited the divorce? Because you're saying the divorce was a disaster. Are
Still
you
away a
guys
couple of times. She
divorced?
said, "That's go."
Have you
Hmm?
proceeded with the divorce? That's my question. Have you proceeded with the divorce? Because you said the divorce was a disaster.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
So you all are in the
Well,
process of divorce
yes,
right
I
now?
have. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Did you end up paying half of the filing fee that Marquez wanted you to?
I ended up paying for it. Yeah.
You paid for the whole thing.
I'm not going to do that. It's just that's just like pocket change. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to even entertain that. I was like, yeah, okay,
Understood.
sure.
Understood.
How are things? So obviously, there's been tons of conversations about you, Martell and Ken, and like you said, the comments are commenting. You watch me and Heavenly's recaps. A lot of people have said about you that you're a liar, that you have a good man that you don't deserve. A lot of people are asking Ken to leave you. Has this storyline that has earth between you and Martell, has it impacted your relationship with Ken today?
Well, yes, it has. Yes, it has because his name is like always brought up. And now, recently, you can't bring up Martell without throwing my name in there somewhere. So it's like, gosh, I hate keep having to say this over and over again. I do not think about none of the M's, none of the Marquez, Martell, Maurice, or Marceau once I leave their site. I do not think about those jokers, but it has because the comments will get to you. Social media will get to you. And it's like, oh Lord, here we go again. You read something and now it's like, let me sit and think on it. And you think about it for too long, it's like, now let me ask a question. What was you guys' relationship for real?
Mm.
So yeah. Yeah, yes, it has. It has.
Well, to me, okay, and this is just my opinion. I only see 7 minutes of you guys, and I'm doing reality TV, so I know that's not a good depiction of what really goes on. But it appears that Ken is a great guy. Do you feel like you've learned anything about your relationship on reality TV to appreciate him and the man that he is? Because the only reason I'm saying this is because I used to fuss at my husband all the time and, say different things, you know what I mean? And I knew I had a good man. But once I got on reality TV, I realized just how good he was. Do you realize just how good Ken is based on what you see in the world? Because I didn't realize I had been with my husband 20 years before I started reality TV. I thought he was a regular, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was regular, but I'm saying when I saw everybody else's relationship, I was like, oh my God, I hit the jackpot. Do you feel that now? Because I feel you hit the jackpot with Ken.
Yeah, yes, I do. Trust me. Looking at yeah, you're right. Looking at everything, yes, I do. I do.
Have you told him?
No. I do tell him how much I appreciate him. Because he brought me out of a dark time. He did. But I do tell him I appreciate him a lot.
Carlos, if you want to jump in, but I keep talking. Listen,
no.
Go ahead. In a relationship, okay, you always realize that usually in a relationship, when you crazy about a man, the relationship don't work out. It's clear that Ken is the person that it appears that he cares about you more, or did. But now, to me, now that you got him, I think that you should tell him how much you realize how good a guy he is. Because to me, okay, you get negative press too, but I understand reality TV, it's a lot of hoes gonna be in his DM because they see what I see. Not that I'm attracted to him or anything like that, but we see that he's a great guy. And when you see great guys, for example, you know, and I do this and I know it's kind of wrong, but if Dr. G on our show got DMs all down, you know Ken got a lot of DMs. So my whole thing is this. Tell that man what he is to you and what, because my whole thing is your presence right here has changed my whole appearance for you. Because to me, I thought honestly that you be lying. But now I see that you just don't be really saying everything because you be trying to, you know what I'm saying, not speaking, and then it appears to be lying, but you're probably one of the most truthful people on that show based on what you said from the beginning of this when I asked you where's Ken and why is he not here. So I said all that to say this. You got a good man, Savannah. You better run to the, I mean, I ain't telling you because you're a great person too, and I see now what he's attracted to. But y'all need to go and tie the knot. That man bought them kids a car. Girl, you don't find that shit nowhere. I know you ain't got it in Huntsville.
Well, no, you're right. You're right. 100%.
But you could tell it's a fresh kind of innocence about her. That's why he's attracted to her. Not only are you beautiful, you got that part. Your body's perfect, you got that. But there's a genuine innocence about you that you could tell that you not like the other hoes. It seemed like you almost truthful because be on the show it doesn't portray that. It almost seems because you're not saying stuff that you trying to hide shit. That's why I always saying that it looks like why the fuck don't she just spill the beans because it seemed like she lying. But you don't do that because you're trying to be reserved. And you don't understand reality TV that when you do that, the people gonna take the reservedness and run with it. But I'm telling you, girl, y'all gonna be all right. You and Ken gonna be all right. He could have came here because now I see y'all got you. He's got a good woman too. At first, I thought he was just a great guy, and this Tricia's playing. But I'm gonna ask this question.
Well, before you ask that, hold that thought, Heavenly. I wanna ask her something that you mentioned. But don't forget your train of thought.
I get it written down.
Has women been in Ken's DMs?
Yes. I actually think we both get it. It's so weird. I get phone calls from Instagram in the middle of the night.
From men?
Yes, it'd be the weirdest.
Probably men, women, everything.
I didn't even know you could call. I know you can do Facebook call. I didn't know you can call on Instagram.
Okay, let me ask you this.
IT.
What do the men be saying to you, and what do the women be saying to Ken in the DMs?
Me, I've gotten trip offers. Oh, I can take care of you just as better offers. He has gotten, if that relationship don't work out, let me know. We have been getting the weirdest crap ever.
Do y'all show each other the DMs?
Oh, we be laughing and showing each other the same thing, same time. We just be cracking up. I'm like, wait, what? Okay.
All right, go ahead, Emily.
My question is, do you regret bringing your husband on the show? Or your ex-husband, your soon-to-be ex-husband on the show? Because to me, when I saw him, I know I'm wrong to say this, but I'm going to say this. He wasn't good enough for you, sis. And it was so obvious when he first showed his. I mean, he's not a bad-looking guy, but you could just tell the presence of him was nothing like Ken. He wasn't good enough to. Did you realize that when you finally got with him and had some closure, that this brother was probably never the man for you?
I think you broke up that last part.
Oh, you didn't hear me. Okay. I'm
Did you catch
saying,
me? Yeah.
no, I didn't
No.
hear anything you said. It seemed like you froze. But my question was, did you regret bringing your soon-to-be ex-husband on the show? Because it was so obvious that he was not, in my opinion, humble opinion, he was not good enough for you. He was not good enough for you. And to compare him to Ken, it was like night and day. Did you see when you got closure that this man probably was never the man for you? Is she doing this shit on purpose?
I don't think it was a show. I don't think it was a show that showed me that. It was a few years after we were married that showed me that. Because we met in 10th grade. We've been dating since we were in 10th grade. But I think I was ready as an adult, as a mom. I was in the Army, still working for NASA, still there. I was ready. It was time for us to close that high school chapter because now we have a kid. Now we have someone that's going to look at us as an example, to grow older. He's going to look at his dad as a representative, representation to what a man is supposed to be, and his mom as to who a wife that he wants later down the road. A wife that he wants his wife to be like his mom, and he's supposed to be going to be like his dad, and he just could never close that childish chapter. So then it got harder because I almost had to continue doing what I was doing, as well as picking up slack on his behalf. So it got frustrating. Very. And finances is a major part, but to me it wasn't. But it was the consistency of not being financially stable. Not for me, but as a man.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
important.
It got hard. It did.
So I guess the question the world would want to know is, why did you stay so long, and why did it take you so long to get that divorce? Because they're saying it's 5 years. Am I wrong?
Yes, almost 5 years. That's correct. Well, when we had this, it's crazy because we had this. I was watching Amari Jabbar on TV, and then Xavier was supposed to be at this football thing that he was at on TV. The news was casting everything there, and we got into this argument because he just came in, but then he wanted to go and buy a bottle and go party with his friends. I'm like, but your son is supposed to be out there with his friends. You just came back from your friends. You want to go get a bottle and go back and party? No. Let's go out there with the other families and let your son be with his football friends. Like, this is crazy. This is getting a little crazy. So we got into this huge argument. He was just like, we had already spoke about divorce, and then he was like, yes, I think we should go ahead and get a divorce. Now I was like, yes, I absolutely think we should. So he disappeared. I mean, he moved all his stuff upstairs. I stayed downstairs. We rarely saw each other. He got into his apartment. Wherever he needed help, I was always there to help financially. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be that type of person. Whether you piss me off or not, especially if you finna get the hell out of my space, yeah, I'm gonna help you get there. But I never seen him. I never seen him. I went on my little life. He went on his little life. It was a lot of issues in between then. And then I was already mentally dealing with stuff, which really pissed me off. Because I'm like, dude, I'm going through the most. And when I need you the most, you're entertaining other people the most. So when he left, I didn't see him. He didn't see me. We never talked about actual divorce paper, maybe once or twice. And then he would go ghost. Where the hell? I don't know where the hell he went to. I don't know. But and that was that. And it was just like a lapse in time. I didn't talk to him. He didn't talk to me. And it was not like I needed it. To me, I didn't really need to talk to him anyways. For one, again, I was not mentally stable. I was mentally stable. It was just I was going through a depression of my own. So I didn't feel the need to talk to him because I felt like he was going to be a trigger to it. Again. So, but the kids had phones. If he wanted to talk to them, he can always call them. And if it was an emergency, of course, I would have picked up the phone and told him there was something going on with his kids or anything or whatever. But I didn't feel we needed to talk. Out of sight, out of mind. And it was like the biggest relief. When I tell you it was like cloudy and then the sky just turned blue, it was like, I'm free. He's free to do whatever he wants. Go and party as however he want, as long as he want, go house to house wherever we want. And I get to breathe without dealing with what I'm dealing with the kids and dealing with him.
That's very profound. I guess, and I don't want to belabor the point, but Ken was in the picture for about 2 years, correct? I'm thinking I get that you didn't even really want to talk to him. You didn't even want to deal with it in your mental space. But Ken is a guy here, he wants to marry you. It took you a while according to the show, to start the process of the divorce. But I guess you just didn't want to deal with it.
Yes. So let me give a little background on that. Ken, in the beginning, of course, you talk relationship. I didn't think Ken and I was going to go that far because for one, I was like, this guy is not going to put up with me because I'm like all over the place here. I am a mess, emotional mess here. But we talked. He told me up front. He was like, do not want to get married. I am so against marriages and being married. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine with me. We hear mutual. We're on mutual. This is something that we both. He didn't want to be married, and I was like, yeah, the shit I've been through, I ain't trying to get married no time soon either. But it was so weird. That's why I keep saying it was so weird because it was just one day he just flipped the switch. It was just like, I have never wanted to get married, but I want to marry you. And that was recently. And I was like,
how recent was this? How recent was this?
I want to say almost a year ago. Almost a year ago.
Put
so
that
I was
thing
like,
on a Tricia girl.
Wait, what? I was like, listen, okay, now I know what's changed. Why is it different? Because when I tell you this guy was like, because he saw the worst of marriage. I didn't, on the other hand. I saw my mom and dad argue, get into arguments, but I also saw her fix him a plate and give her a kiss right after. But so my example of marriage was totally different from his, although my actual marriage was not what my mom and dad was. So he didn't quite see that. So he said marriage scared him. He was like, no, he didn't want to do it. I never. And then I don't know what happened. It was just like a flip.
If Ken proposes to you today, would you say yes?
I would say yes, but I would say we do need counseling. I do not want to carry past drama or make the same mistake again. Because then we didn't communicate. We argued, we bumped heads, and then we never talked to each other. We never aired out what was wrong, what this person done, or how we could fix it. We never took into consideration each other's feelings. I don't want to do that again. I want it to be not perfect, but damn near perfect.
But you know what? What the world is seeing, and I get what you're saying completely, but what the world is seeing is looks like to me that Ken is a great communicator. Like, if I don't know about your other husband, I mean your husband, but Ken seems like he's gonna be totally different, and it's almost unfair. And you know, it is what it is for you to bring that past stuff to him because he looks like he'll tell you what his issues were. When you trained with Martell and y'all had that scene, and he sat up and he looked at you in a calm manner. That's what a man is supposed to be, and that's what probably a lot of women see. He said to you calmly, he was like, "If I had done that." And didn't explain to you that I had been to the gym with Melody, let's just say Melody, how would you have felt? How would you have taken it? And he's such a great communicator. So yes, I agree therapy, but to me, he already there. You might not be,
Well,
but he is.
he's there on a certain level. We both still have a way of communicating. I think because he has past trauma relationship, so I think we always think that when we do have the smallest disagreement, we always think that we're trying to battle one another. Like I'm trying to battle him. He thinks I'm trying to battle him, and I think he's trying to battle me. So the battle just keeps going argumentatively until we just like we both have to get to a point to where we can communicate and listen to one another instead of arguing.
When was the last time? Because you guys appear to be a great couple. When was the last time you and Ken got into an argument?
Yesterday.
What was it
Yes.
about? Wait, we were
this
filming
damn
yesterday.
podcast. It's about doing this damn podcast. That's what it was about, Carlos.
What did y'all argue
not
about yesterday?
that it was social media. You know, it's what people are saying, and yeah, and Martell, of course.
Y'all argued about Martell again yesterday and social media yesterday.
Now, see, I'm gonna interject here, Trish. Trish, for your husband, for your man, say, Ken, you don't have to tell every damn thing. Because to me, he's not going to like the fact that you're saying this. He's not going to like the fact that you're saying on this podcast that y'all argued about Martell. I'm just telling you for future reference.
No. In her defense, she said that was one of the many things they argued about yesterday.
But his name in it. Because I'm just saying from a woman's point of view.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
if you brought up a bitch.
It was social media is just social media, I guess.
Let me ask you this, because Ken is here to defend himself. Let's have a real conversation, right? At the end of the day, Ken is a man and he's an alpha male. And one thing, Heavenly can agree to this, there's only so much a man can take when people are talking about his woman. And I have two questions within one, because it appears like in every relationship, one person loves the other more than they love them. That's in every relationship. Dr. Damon loves Dr. Heavenly more than she does to me. Would you say that's true or no?
No, initially, yes. At this stage, they're in now, yes. But now, no. I think it's
more
equal.
now.
I think it's equal now.
It's equal now.
It's
okay.
equal now. Yeah.
It appears that Ken loves you more than you love him.
Today.
Not that you don't love him, that Ken loves you more than you love him. And it appears that y'all are first season newbies. And it's wonderful you're talking to a reality producer and a reality star who knows both ends. I believe that the gossip is getting to Ken. And unfortunately, he's taking it out on you and vice versa. Are you afraid? Because I got to an argument yesterday. Is Ken not at the house today? Is he sleeping did he sleep at the house last night?
Well, he's on the road right now. He decided just to go and do something.
Got it. Yeah. Did you talk to Ken? Have y'all spoken today?
No.
Are you afraid that you may lose Ken?
How do I say this? Do I want to lose him? No. And for me, it's hard to say Well, no, I take it back. Am I afraid to lose him? Yes and no. Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've lost so much in life. It's kind of, I even tell myself now that, God only lend my kids to me for a little while, just to expect the unexpected of life. So it's like, yes and no. I am, but it's like, if life happens, for me, life been happening. So
She has a block
yeah.
up that she's prepared for whatever. I get it. Can I
Yeah.
give you a little advice, darling?
Give her a lot of advice because
Yes.
I'm emotional,
Me
real
too.
talk. And I want you to hear from Heavenly, who's a married woman for over 20 years. I'm not married, so I'd rather you hear this from her. What I will say before Heavenly starts is this, okay? I always tell people that reality stars are the superheroes of the industry. And I do mean that. I'm so protective of the reality TV and the stars because you guys are the bravest in the industry. Actors can hide behind a character and and be who they want to be when they leave set, right? And nobody judges them in their real life because they don't know them in their real life. They know the character that they play. Musicians can hide behind their music, right? Reality stars, you guys are judged every single day for living your real life out loud in front of the world. And I'm so protective of all of my cast in the sense of I'm always making sure that you guys have an outlet. And what I want you to know is it's very challenging, especially your first season, to read the comments. And trust me, I get it. What I want to offer you is this. Always remind yourself nobody knows you or Ken when you guys are at home together where there's no cameras before the show or even after the show. And I don't want you guys to be faced with the commentary because that's never going to go away. It just isn't. And when it comes to the mental health of reality stars, that's why we have psychologists on set. That's why we have, I mean, not on set, but we have psychologists available for everyone on set to talk to because this being on reality TV is a mental, it is a very mentally challenging thing to deal with at times. And I don't want you and Ken to be faced with this adversity only because of what's being said. If you guys have other issues, that's one thing. But it appears that a lot of it are the comments. And I don't want you to ever in life let anyone who's hiding behind a keyboard to tell you who Latricia is. And the only person who knows that is you. And I don't want you to ever allow negative things to be said about you to force people to have you make a decision just based on the outsider. So that's my advice to you.
I would say, I've been on reality TV 10 years now. We're on season 11. And the way we've gotten, and I get the kind of man that Ken is, he's a good guy, but men are men. And my husband hates this word, but it's a fitting word. The manly men are more sensitive. He don't like that word ever. He don't ever want me to say that word. Men are sensitive. So for you, you're going to have to be the more mature one. I hate to say it, but you are. And on reality TV, you're going to have to uplift that man and you're going to have to tell him on and off camera how you really feel. You can't put a block up with Ken because Ken has already proven how much he loves you on and off. We could see it to the point where we could see it. He loves you, right? He's already proven that. So the courting part is over. If you want this man, the only way that y'all going to survive, and I'm going to say only way, one thing what you're going to have to do is limit what you say and what you don't say, and y'all gonna have to get off social media because those people are the devil in the sense that they saying shit just to fuck with you. They ain't got nobody. They want your life. They see you're beautiful, and I'm telling you, it's a lot of haters out there that's gonna sit up there and tell you the wrong thing to do so they can get your man, or just so you don't have them. So y'all gonna have to get off reality, off the internet. You gotta get off Twitter. The one thing that helped my husband and me the most is he does not watch the show. He does not watch the show. He is not on social media. Yes, he's on social media, but bitch, that's me. So if it's a DM, bitch, I'm going back in on these hoes on social media because men can't handle this. They can't. They're fragile in a sense that they can't do it. It ain't just my man. It ain't just your man. It's all men. Most men. It's always an exception. Martell probably is the exception, but he gonna have to get off reality TV, or he can't watch it. He can't be on social media for the life of y'all relationship. And the problem with y'all relationship is it's so fucking new. Y'all don't know each other as well as me and Damon. And are you watching people on the show like Simone, who's been with her husband 30 years and still was finna file for divorce based on some shit that people saying on social media? You gotta cut the social media or either cut the show. One or the other. If you can't cut the social media and don't watch it, you can watch it. He can't watch it because the men can't take it, boo. They are territorial. And when there's another ninja on the show smiling and profiling, Martell is a great guy and he playing, but for the emotional sense of another man, whether Ken says it or not, he don't like that shit. He don't like Martell name with your name ever. So you need to tell this man how you feel if you want him, how much you feel, and say it on fucking TV too. Y'all got a second part, right? Y'all still feeling? Tell this man, and you say, listen, I want to be very clear about what I'm saying and how I feel about you, because he needs that from you, sister. He needs that from you. And I see what he loves in you. I didn't see it before we got on this camera, and I'm being very honest. You are an honest person to a fault. And that's fucked up. You got to learn how to have game. You got to learn how to lie. But when you don't say everything, it leaves it up to the court of public opinion, and our minds are running with it because you're trying to be you. I think if you stay on reality TV, be you, you're gonna be great on reality TV because you're giving
He's
the real
great.
self.
Yes.
You're giving your real self. But you got to make sure when it comes to him that you're very open with him, very honest with him. Get with these hoes in a relationship, but you can't never leave your relationship on the line and leaving him feeling like he don't know, because he's sensitive. And you got to realize that. And that's any man if you want a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I being harsh or am I saying the wrong thing?
No, I love it. Every
You
word.
got that man, girl. He's already proven to the world that he loves you more than anything. Now, you got to prove it to him, because probably in his mind, he's probably saying, just like you say, you got that wall up and you got to be prepared for whatever. Let that wall down. You will not be disappointed. Let it down.
Oh,
Put all your love in there with him. Put it all
yeah.
on the line, and it'll be
Yeah.
worth your time. I'm telling you. It ain't going to be easy. I always say my relationship is perfect. No relationship is perfect. It's never going to be easy. But he seems like the kind of man you ain't going to know. That the type of man, and in the world could see it, it's his energy.
I'm gonna try, Dr. Headley. Now, if I do this, he waits.
Try leaves room for failure. That's Dr. Jackie Walters.
Wait, what you? Wait.
Wait a minute, sister. Wait a minute. Step back. Let's get some counseling first. Don't say that again. Don't say it again. I heard what you said. Don't say it again.
Oh, I didn't hear. Don't repeat
Don't
it.
say
Okay.
it again. Don't repeat it. However, I get you. She's saying her heart is fragile and she can't take it no more. She's been through enough. You definitely gonna have to get therapy and get all that out. But let him be your therapist, sister. Tell him how you feel about him. Tell him why you've been so distant, if you have been, or why you haven't put it all on the line for him. Tell him how much you love him, and but you can't be hurt. Men love that kind of shit. Bitch, I love you so much, but I can't be hurt again. And when he tells you to himself, and he's going to say this, bitch, I would never hurt you. He's going to mean it. And he's going to remember that every time y'all have a problem. If we got a problem, we got to talk it way through. You can't leave. You can't leave when we upset. We need to get through this before we go to sleep at night. Now, we might be up all goddamn night, but we going to get through this conversation tonight because you are the most important person to me. Not this show, not working out, not all these people, not even and you said your family died, and I'm sensitive to that. Not even your mama. That's why I tell them your mama ain't in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's between me and you. And when we get married, bitch, we won. And I gotta be open and honest with you in every way possible. No. I'll take that back. Don't tell him every damn thing. You can't do
But why
that.
do you keep saying that? I feel like, so are you saying in marriages you should keep some secrets?
Absolutely. My thing is she don't know what secrets to keep and what not to keep. But what I'm telling you, sister, is uplift the man at all times. If there's something that you think they can that they can fracture his ego, don't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I'm giving you a perfect example. And my husband don't watch this shit. So like, okay, we 53. My husband just turned 54, right? For example, then this is minor, but it ain't minor to him. He got a little patch on his head that's thinning out, right? I would never tell him. You can't say certain shit to men because it's gonna bother them. And you gotta, either you want a man or you don't. I'm telling you, if he's the man that he appears to be on the show, and he looks like he's a praying man, and he's definitely protected by his stature, just by his presence, he's protecting you. He's provided for you. He brought your kids a car. He's worth it. And because he's worth it, you can let down that the man loves you. Everybody in the world can see it, Trish. So you can let down that barrier and be the woman that he needs you to be. Be fragile with him. Put it all on the line, sister. And you got a magical life. But don't let this show fuck you up. Don't listen to fucking Carlos.
Whatever. I'm the one who's trying to give her some advice.
Carlos
Don't do
want
me.
good TV, bitch. Carlos want good TV. If he
Whatever,
cannot
Tricia.
not watch this show, if he cannot not watch this show and get off of Twitter, he gotta get off social media. At least in the nation, because social media is the devil. And we don't. And when you start out, you don't understand it that they do this shit with everybody. Everybody, Beyonce get it.
Yeah, no. I listen. One thing I will say is this.
Trying to cut me off, but go ahead, Carlos.
No.
Joke. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
I know, baby. No, one thing Heavenly is saying is true. I've learned from another show I'm doing that men want a public compliment after you guys have a public discourse, right? Because obviously all relationships have issues, right? So let's say you guys had an argument, and let's say it was on camera. At some point when you guys are done with it, she is right. A man wants you to at least say on camera, I love you, you're great, just so that they're able to feel like this woman isn't just embarrassing for camera. So I do agree with Dr. Heavenly there. But I want to say this to you. I've been told too in my past relationship that I had a wall up because of hurt as well. And what I sense from you is this. I want to ask you this, Trish. It appears that you're preparing yourself to get hurt by him so that you can say, see, I knew it. And that way you don't have to go through another state of depression.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
It is.
But one thing we teach you in Dr. Heavenly University, I hate to bring this up, but whatever you think is going to happen, whatever you think about is going to happen. So you have to go back in and do some positive affirmations or whatever you need to do to make you feel like this is not going to happen. Because if you think it in your mind, it's going to happen. And inadvertently, you making it happen because you think it's already going to happen. So you got to change in your mind that this man loves me. I'm going to be with him. Even if you have to say it out loud, God, dear God, nothing is missing, nothing is broken in my relationship. Please help heal my heart, Lord Jesus, that I can receive the man that he is. And tell him how you feel. Tell him how you feel. I love you, but my heart has been broken so bad, Daddy, that I just can't do it again. And he's going to reassure you. He's going to reassure you. And prepare to not let go. Even when you thinking that, hey, you know what, this is going the wrong way, prepare that I'm going to make it work. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got your deal breakers. I mean, if he, you know what I mean? If he's been, but this ain't the dude. He's a good guy. Everybody's going to make mistakes. So with the first mistake, you can't just say I'm out. You got to be prepared and make a decision. If this going to be the man for me, I'm going to work through the thick and the thin with him.
Yeah. So look, I want to say thank you, Trish, for stepping into me and Heavenly's podcast where we recap Love and Marriage.
I ain't finished yet, Carlos. Can I do one more thing for you in this?
Okay. Let me just say this one thing to her. Tricia, after this interview, do me one favor, baby. I know, I asked for a lot. Just call Ken. Just call him and say you love him. That's it. Just call your man afterward. Just say, because I know y'all had an argument yesterday. I know it's fresh. We all know how that is. I would just pick up the phone and he's gonna be like this. What? Just say, baby, I love you, and something that simple. That's it.
Do you have any other questions for me? In maneuvering through reality TV, I've been doing it 10 years. You got any questions for me? Because like he gave you great advice. Sometimes you, as the woman, you gonna always, most times, have to be the bigger person in a relationship. Because men are not us. They not built that
Women
way.
always have to be the bigger person in relationships. That's yes, I agree with that.
They're not us, and you have to love them enough to do that.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for Dr. Heavily on how to navigate through reality TV now that you're a part of it?
No, I just think the biggest issue is social media. It is.
Get off that shit. Get off it. Tell them don't. Let's make a commitment not to look at social media together. Let's not do it.
And please talk to Latricia Scott. Latricia Scott was on Twitter and reading comments her first 3 seasons, and it did a number on her. And I'm only saying this because they talked about it on the show. I don't tell my cast secrets that we talk about personally. It almost ruined her marriage to Marcel. Not the other stuff that was happening within the show. Marcel said what people said about his wife entered their marriage, and they almost got a divorce because of the comments. And what Dr. Heavily said to you is real. People who go out of their way to leave negative comments on your page, they want to get a reaction out of you. And sometimes the reaction is losing your man leaving you, losing your job. Because I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to take it back. Anybody who takes time out of their day to bully you on social media, they want your life. And the day you decide to leave the show because of what they said about you is the day they sit back and feel like, good, now she's on my level. Right? So always know that. I only respond to positive comments on my social media. People don't like me. I'm the most lovable person in the world, honey. So I already know it's hate. But they want to get a reaction out of you, and they want to knock you down to size, and you can't fall for the okie doke.
And I want to end by saying you are a beautiful person. I didn't know what to expect tonight. I like to play. I'm joking, and everything. You're a beautiful person. Realize it, that you are worth the most. You are worth everything that's coming to you. All you got to do is speak it and believe it. That's all. Get in the Bible with your man, pray with your man, and speak it into life. And don't look for the worst based on your past. I think you got it, sister. You got the life that everybody wants. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, Tricia, we love you. So thank you again, baby. I know you came in like, what this gonna be? But again, we like to have fun. You are a good sport. You are a good sport. And from my mouth to your ears, as the creator of the show, thank you for doing this show. You guys have brought so much life into this show, so much life into this season. You guys are literally the talk of the season. You know what I mean? And with that, obviously comes a lot of crazy shit. It does. But just know, anytime you need to talk, I'm here for you too. And I'm saying that publicly. If you need me, baby, just let me know.
And you're helping other people. Your story is helping other people maneuver their relationships. Just know that. So it's a positive force as well. You're helping other people.
Now, we like to promote businesses. So obviously, first of all, she is a Black female engineer. Okay. Let the world know about that. This Black woman is an engineer.
Wow.
Okay. Praise her. But you also have a fitness company, and your business is booming because of the press is on the show. So exactly. Can somebody please say how this show did well for their business.
Right.
I mean, because people love to say this show did nothing for the business, child. So please let the world know about your business.
Yes, it has.
Thank you. And how they can
Yes,
follow you and sign up.
Okay, on Instagram, I'm on She Fit for Real. That's she_fit_for real. And my business is Fit by Choice, because I always say you have a choice to live, or the opposite. You have a choice to be healthy. So it's Fit by Choice. It's FITTBY Choice LLC.
Perfect.
And
that's where you
what's
can
She
sign
Fit
up
for Real?
for-
Repeat that. She Fit for Real is what?
_fit_for real.
Okay, get it.
The number 4 real.
Oh, number 4. Okay, 4. Okay,
The
for real.
number
Okay.
4.
Okay, and that's your website. That's your Instagram.
Yes, both those are Instagrams. Fit by Choice is where you can sign up for personal training. I do go to my client's gym. I do go to their house. I do go to their personal gym. I will make you sign a waiver if I have to come to you, though. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And is there a website?
I have not finished my website yet. I know.
Get your website. Get your website. Before we wrap, get your website, baby. That'll help.
I will.
And make sure you have the PayPal, the credit card, debit card embedded on the website too, so when people sign on, they can pay for it instantly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, they pay a fee, a reservation fee, definitely. Well, Doc, this
you
has
guys
been
have
beautiful.
gotten me all. This is just so crazy. I have never stepped out of my element like this. This is beyond me. This is
good,
definitely
it's
beyond
good
me.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Live the life of your dreams, darling. Live with no regrets. Live the life of your dreams. It's been an honor and a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for allowing us to talk to you.
Yes. Thank you, Trish. We'll talk soon,
Thank
baby.
you. Nice to meet both of you.
Bye, baby.